All right, good evening, Professor Olson. Anthony Garcia here, iNational. I'm here with my family giving a special occasion speech for Communications Class of 103. Here's my mother and girlfriend and brother-in-law and sister. And of course, Mateo, you're the cameraman, so thank you. Today we're here gathered celebrating my 7th year anniversary of being part of the military, and as well as my recent promotion. So my family decided to throw a lunch for me. So as many of you know, and just to recap, in 2012, a young man left home, left Oregon. 2 years before that, he graduated high school. He was working at his retail store job in the mall, and he wanted something more to do. And so with that, he moved down to California from Oregon, and he joined the military. When joining, he carried a lot of baggage with him, and along the way, he had to learn new lessons and learn from different mistakes. And so that person has grown up over the last 7 years and is now promoted to staff sergeant and is in charge of several soldiers. And that person that I'm talking about is me. And so I'm glad to tell you the story. And so thank you guys for hosting this lunch. When I first arrived to Louisiana, Fort Polk, Louisiana, as my first duty station, there's a lot of things I had to learn, and through that, I think it was through trial and error, trying to do things on my own and not asking for guidance. And so there was a lot of corrective action, as the military calls it, and while reaching new milestones, I also made personal mistakes that I had to learn from. But it's those same mistakes that I've made that has made me the person who I am now. And you all know that. That I came in with heavy baggage as a civilian transitioning to the military. But it was my first supervisor that I met, Sergeant First Class Jordan, who really visited his mentorship and counseled me as a developing soldier. And it was his lessons that made me into the man I am now. I looked up to him, and I still do, and I try to model the way I lead soldiers and the way I speak in front of formations, and even how I father my own son. He was the most physically fit soldier and comprehensive NCO that you could have, and I'm glad that I had him as a friend and a close mentor. And even the boss that I have now, 7 years later, Sergeant Kent, she is very family oriented, and that has made my family, you guys, feel a lot better about me being in the military. And even now, having a child in the military who's 5 years old, I know he appreciates that. And looking towards the future, with my new position and responsibility, I know that I can visit those same lessons that Sergeant Jordan had on me with those new sons and new daughters coming into the military. Because a lot come at that early age of not knowing what to do and looking for guidance. And that's what makes the military so special. Bonding everyone in that connective family tissue, and there's no other institution like it. I can sum up a powerful phrase that my old battalion commander used to say to me, and I didn't really realize the importance of it until years later, and that's behind every successful soldier is a better family member. And that's to thank you all again for what you have done over the last 7 years, making sacrifices that I couldn't have asked you to make. Going to the field, there's often times of trying to find family care for my son, and you guys have all made that possible. Also helped me be in the position that I am now. And so thank you, Mom, thank you, Cammie, and Ariel and Eric, and thank you, National.